This is it! The frightening truth that Shiba Inu owners have been waiting for the last 3 years has now been made public by an expert. A new technical chart and a major discovery have been made. After more than 3 years of development, we have finally solved this pattern. Shiba Inu is preparing to eliminate a digit. I can assure you that no one is ready for it. Significant clues that point to a breakthrough. There is tremendous bullish momentum. Actually becoming a Shiba Inu millionaire is once again a topic of conversation. Nevertheless, what is the actual situation here? To what do you attribute the 3-year analysis I mentioned earlier? Give me a moment to explain yourself. Here at Wealthy Coins, we are pleased to serve you Shiba every day. If you are interested in Shiba related topics, you have come to the right place. Get more SHIB news by subscribing if you want to know about all the newest predictions and remain ahead of the curve in the cryptocurrency market. Kindly hit the like button. Something big might be in the works right now because of all the activity going on behind the scenes. A considerably bigger price swing than what we've seen recently might be on the horizon for Shiba Inu. A new weekly high of 7.37 trillion Shiba Inu was achieved by the transaction volume of Shiba Inu only yesterday. There has been a marked uptick in activity. Additionally, in the past, whenever we have witnessed a spike like this, it has frequently signaled the impending occurrence of a noteworthy event, be it a rise or fall in price. On top of that, fresh data points to the possibility of yet another major shift soon. At this point, Shiba Inu is sitting on an important support level. This area has been a reliable safety net for weeks, driving up prices whenever it lands. This region's prominence is amplified by the fact that it aligns with a trend that has been persisting for a while. Two levels of assistance are effectively working together. There is, however, a catch. There is a buildup of pressure. Intense network activity like this, coupled with a sudden uptick in transactions, almost guarantees volatility. There's no doubt about it, and it's crucial. It was widely thought that Shiba Inu were either experiencing a time of relative calm or were on the verge of extinction. Nevertheless, there are now clear signs that something more substantial might be approaching. More than just background noise. It's a major indicator of potential future events. If you still don't think anything major is happening, have a look at this. There has been a tremendous comeback for the Layer 2 network that was created for Shiba Inu Shibarium. Per day, there has been a 115% rise in transactions. This is happening at a rate that is twice as fast as before. Such gradual expansion is indicative of rising acceptance rather than an abrupt shift. Behind the scenes, the ecosystem is strengthening as more projects join the network and more individuals use it. Adding this to the rising pressure, strong level of support, and surge in transaction volume paints a very obvious picture. We found something that really scared us after doing some additional research. Most people have no idea that something is happening right now. A possible breakthrough is being pointed out by Bitfinity, a trading perspective analyst, as Shiba Inu approaches the apex of a multi-year symmetrical triangle. For the past 3 years, the arrangement in question has been in development. Things become completely bonkers from here on out. 3 years. For that amount of time, this pattern has been evolving. Another thing happened 3 years ago. Do you know that legendary bull run in 2021? Yes, it's a bit older, 3.5 years, but it's still young. Suddenly Shiba Inu took flight, shocking investors and capturing the world's attention. Those who bought in early remember the day when a small meme currency rode the wave to massive success. 3 years down the road, we're taking a look at a long-term technical trend that might be signaling something as noteworthy. From 412 to 413, the price has been going up and down. Overall, it appears like nothing is happening right now, even if there was a small increase on May 7th following a decrease on May 6th. This triangle pattern is approaching its breaking point like a squeezed spring, and the calm before the storm is a result of it. Events in the past are converging. A 3-year pattern started to form 3 years after the last major explosion. This might be the moment Shiba Inu owners have been waiting for if the experts' predictions come true. After all, a coincidence would be impossible. Everything starts to fall into place now. The massive triangle pattern started to take shape soon after Shiba Inu hit its all-time peak in October 2021. Based on a weekly graphic shared by Bitfinity, the price of Shiba Inu has been steadily constricting within this triangle since the highs fell and the price found support near the same level. Imagine it in this manner. Every time Shiba Inu tried to break free and leap higher, like it did in March, it was pushed back down. Also in December of the previous year, but it also never gave out under the weight of all that stress. Shiba Inu has been kept steady by the strong support line that has collected all the water. For more than 3 years, this back and forth has been making things worse. The summit of the triangle is almost in sight. Normalcy usually returns after that. Something has to give, and once it does, things might change fast. Assuming it passes the first test, Bitfinity's chart suggests that Shiba Inu might start setting ever higher prices. However, the long-term objective here is the first important target at 4 zeros and 5,301, and everyone is watching it. What follows is the insane portion. Going from their current position to the 301 milestone, Shiba Inu would have gained about 733%. An enormous step like this could change the outcome for people who have been holding on from the start, or even for others who are only now starting to pay attention. Now it's more than just hype. As far as the time pattern and chart are concerned, everything is in order. This is another thing that is going unrecognized. However, it's a major issue in actuality. Recent studies conducted by Inflock have shown that people who own Shiba Inus tend to be more dedicated to the long haul. There has been a noticeable decline in the number of accounts holding Shiba Inu for a few months, while the number of accounts holding Shiba Inu for over a year is on the rise. Importantly, this shifts the power dynamic away from short-term gamblers and toward fervent believers. There will be less panic selling, less pressure from people trying to make a quick profit, and more stability overall. The market is showing signs of positive serenity. Furthermore, it lays a far stronger groundwork when true holders are the sole survivors, especially when bullish momentum starts to build. Indicators of strength are also emerging in the trade climate. Despite investors' bets against it and worsening market sentiment, a CoinGlass chart shows that the price of Shiba Inu never fully broke down. This level of essential support was where it stayed steady. Basically, short sellers tried and failed multiple times to bring it down, and now the tide appears to be turning. Typically, a rise in confidence is accompanied by the market's gradual return to choosing long holdings. That usually happens right before a major surge upwards. This, along with increasing long-term holdings, decreasing sell pressure, strong support holding, and changing attitude, gives the impression that the stage is being set, possibly for a purpose much larger than a simple bounce. Another thing that's adding gasoline to the flames is the increasing chatter in the neighborhood. A lot of people are starting to think that Shiba Inu might do away with the zero in their prices soon. Wow, that's big. For proprietors of Shiba Inus, this transcends mere statistics. The aim is to accomplish something major. Many have been patiently waiting for the price to break out of that long range of decimals for quite some time. On top of that, considering all we've covered, it's starting to seem less like a pipe dream and more like something that could potentially come true. Everything from the setup of the long-term chart to the trend toward long-term holdings to the growing strength of the market. For Shiba Inu, May has always been a prosperous month. Statistics from CryptoRank back this up even more, showing that May has seen an average increase of 61% over the past 4 years. Also in May of 2021, the Shiba Inu market exploded, with a monthly increase of over 350%. Despite a considerably calmer market last year, Shiba Inu nonetheless managed a 13% growth in May. So it's hardly surprising that a lot of people are feeling hopeful again. And along with that hope comes the return of a great